The forward day. The world never knew when they lost an entire day. Time simply slipped forward. It wasn't an important day, or so they wouldn't say, but it was meaningful to Robert Yates, though he didn't know it. The day was June 9th, 1971, and Robert Yates had completed his postal route in his hometown of Littleton. His uniform consisted of shorts, due to the unbearable heat wave that settled over the weekend, but he still wore his jacket and hat in case of rain. Robert Yates always anticipated rain. What he did not anticipate was meeting the woman to change his life as she was leaving it. Glenda Burns, a secretary with hair as red as poppies, was engaged to a man in the next town over. One evening after work, she met a man in the local pub whose hair matched hers, flame for flame. It was what they laughed about upon seeing each other, and it grew into their first conversation. But Robert Yates could have never known this, as he had never seen Glenda in all his life in Littleton, and he certainly didn't have red hair. Robert already had a change of address established for Miss Burns, along with a box to deliver when he knocked on the door of Glenda's soon-to-be former home. She answered, smiling through the screen, and came out to the porch to sign for the package. She signed her name carefully, as if every letter mattered, making her name last forever. "Just a little something for the new homeowners," she said. "Oh, are you a realtor?" asked Robert. No, I'm moving." "Of course you are," thought Robert with some embarrassment. "I just read your name on the forwarding address." Yet Robert found himself extending the conversation to how nice the home looked and the flowers along the front path. Glenda turned as rosy as the world around her. Robert never heard a word she said about her begonias or her daffodils or how the tulips were so late to bloom this year that she feared the bulbs were dead. He spent an hour speaking with her before he went home in a daze. While he knew Glenda was engaged to be married and leaving town, he had a fond melancholy over having met someone like her and went to bed that night with the vision that his life could one day look like Glenda's. A beautiful home, a partner, and tulips along the front path. Come morning, the missing day meant Robert Yates forgot meeting Glenda Burns, and so when he went to deliver the mail at her former home, he did not notice the tulips or the begonias, or that no one came to the door after he knocked. He deposited the mail into the postal box attached to the home and left. When he went to bed that night, he thought only of his postal route and how he would be glad to have Sunday off, where he could sleep until noon and watch television until bed. For reasons beyond Robert's understanding, his world grew smaller after that June day, as if the mail did not go through and the route of his life was split. The next 12 years were spent as if he had lived the same day over and over, with few changes at all. The only changes were in the names of the occupants for corresponding homes when the mail needed forwarding. The world never knew when they lost a day. Robert Yates never knew he lost the moment that might have changed his life. The heat wave lingered into the weekend, making it so hot inside his home that he couldn't even enjoy his Sunday off. Then on Monday, the heat broke and the rain came. Robert always anticipated rain, which is why he wore his hat and jacket.